Class 9th, Beehive English, Chapter 3, The Little Girl, by Katherine Mansfield. 2. Answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. 1. Why was Kezia afraid of her father? 2. Who were the people in Kezia's family? 3. What was Kezia's father's routine? 1. Before going to his office. 2. After coming back from his office. 3. On Sundays. Answers. 1. Kezia was afraid of her father because he was very strict, who always used to give commands to everybody else in the house. He never played with her. He had big hands and heavy face, especially his mouth, when he yawned, were big, and she was especially terrified with the manner in which he looked at her over his spectacles. 2. Kezia's family consisted of her mother, father, grandmother, and herself. 3. 1. Before going to his office, Kezia's father usually went into her room to give her a casual kiss. 2. After coming back from his office, he ordered for tea to be brought into the drawing room. He also asked his mother to bring him the newspaper and his slippers, and Kezia to pull off his boots. 3. On Sunday, Kezia's father would stretch out on the sofa. He would cover his face with his handkerchief, put his feet on one of the cushions, and sleep soundly. 4. In what ways did Kezia's grandmother encourage her to get to know her father better? 4. Kezia's grandmother encouraged her to get to know her father better by sending her to the drawing room to talk to her parents on Sundays. She also suggested that Kezia to make a pink cushion out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk as a gift for her father's birthday. 1. Kezia's efforts to please her father resulted in displeasing him very much. How did this happen? Answers. Kezia's effort to please her father resulted in displeasing him. On every Sunday, her grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have nice talk with her father and mother, but her presence always irritated the father. He used to call her Little Brown Owl. One day, her grandmother told her that her father's birthday would be next week and suggested that she should make him a pink cushion for a beautiful gift. After stitching 3 sides of the cushion with double cotton with great care and effort, Kezia was stuck as to what to fill with the cushion. Since her grandmother was busy in the garden, she searched her mother's bedroom for a scarf. Finally, she discovered sheets of paper on the bed table. She gathered these, tore them up, and filled the cushion with the torn pieces. Unfortunately, her efforts to please her father not only went in vain, but also had an unanticipated consequences. This was because the sheets she had torn were her father's speech for the Port Authority. Her father scolded her for touching things that did not belong to her and punished her by hitting her palm with a ruler. 2. Kezia decided that there are different kinds of fathers. What kind of father was Mr. MacDonald, and how was he different from Kezia's father? Answer. Kezia compared her father with Mr. MacDonald, her next-door neighbor. He was a loving, gentle, and forgiving father. He was always smiling and playing with his children. He treated his children in a friendly manner. He was just opposite to Kezia's father. Unlike Kezia's father, he never punished his children. He played with them whenever he was free. Kezia's father was very harsh and a strict disciplinarian. 3. How does Kezia begin to see her father as a human being who needs her sympathy? Answer. With her mother and grandmother at the hospital, Kezia is left at home in the care of Alice, the cook. At night, after she is put to bed by the cook, she has a nightmare. She calls for her grandmother, but to her surprise, she finds her father standing near her bed. He takes her in his arms and makes her sleep next to him. Half asleep, she creeps close to him, snuggles her head under his arm, and holds tightly to his shirts. Her father asks her to rub her feet against his legs for warmth. Her father goes off to sleep before her. This makes her understand that he has to work hard every day, and this leaves him too tired to be like Mr. MacDonald. She expresses her altered feelings for her father by telling him that he has a big heart. 1. Look at the following sentences. First, use an appropriate word from the synonyms given above in the following sentences. Clues are given in bracket. 1. She was dash by the news of her brother's wedding. Very pleased. 2. I was dash to be invited to the party. Extremely pleased and excited about. 3. She was dash at the birth of her granddaughter. Extremely happy. 4. The coach was dash with his performance. Satisfied about. 5. She was very dash with her results. Happy about something that has happened. Answers. 1. She was thrilled by the news of her brother's wedding. 2. I was delighted to be invited to the party. 3. She was overjoyed at the birth of her granddaughter. 4. The coach was pleased with his performance. 5. She was very happy with her result. 2. Study the use of the word big in the following sentences. He was so big. His hand and his neck, especially his mouth. Here big means large in size. Now consult the dictionary and find out the meaning of big in the following sentences. The first one has been done for you. 1. You are a big girl now. Older. 2. Today you are going to take the biggest decision of your career. Dash. 3. Their project is full of big ideas. Dash. 4. Cricket is a big game in our country. Dash. 5. I am a big fan of Lata Mangeshkar. Dash. 6. You have to cook a bit more as my friend is a big eater. Dash. 7. What a big heart you have got. Father's dear. Dash. Answer. 2. Most important. 3. Innovation. 4. Popular. 5. Great. 6. Government. 7. Generous. 1. Underline the verbs of reporting in the following sentences. First, he says he will enjoy the ride. 2. Father mentioned that he was going on a holiday. 3. No one told us that the shop was closed. 4. He answered that the price would go up. 5. I wondered why he was screaming. 6. Ben told her to wake him up. 7. Ratan apologized for coming late to the party. Answers. First, he says he will enjoy the ride. 2. Father mentioned that he was going on a holiday. 3. No one told us that the shop was closed. 4. He answered that the price will go up. 5. I wondered why he was screaming. 6. Ben told her to wake him up. 7. Ratan apologized for coming late to the party. 2. Some verbs of reporting are given in the box. Choose the appropriate verbs and fill in the blanks in the following sentences. Welcome, complaining, shouted, replied, remarked, ordered, suggested. 1. I'm not afraid. Dash the woman. 2. Leave me alone. My mother. Dash. 3. The children. Dash. That the roads were crowded and noisy. 4. Perhaps he isn't a bad sort of a chap after all. Dash. The master. 5. Let's go and look at the school ground. Dash. The sports teacher. 6. The traffic police. Dash. All the passer-by to keep off the road. Answer. 1. I'm not afraid, replied the woman. 2. Leave me alone, my mother shouted. 3. The children were complaining that the roads were crowded and noisy. 4. Perhaps he isn't a bad sort of a chap after all, remarks the man. 5. Let's go and look at the school ground, suggested the sports teacher. 6. The traffic police ordered all the passer-by to keep off the road.